Hello and welcome to your instructional video for your Gua Sha tools. I have got a few selections that I will be including in this tutorial. First of all, I've got the very beautiful heart shape. So lovely. These are grey lace agate, but there are others. I've got carnelian stones, I've got white jade stones, I've got Bayan stone. But for this video, we're going to be looking at this piece as well, this gorgeous grey lace agate. It's got an S-shaped Gua Sha, and of course these beautiful mushrooms. So let's begin on how we're going to use them. First of all, you'll find in your package, if you've bought from me, a little facial oil. So you need 3 or 4 drops, no more. We're not going to soak ourselves in oil, just a little nice sheen across our face, just to allow the Gua Sha tools to glide beautifully. So let's begin with what we can do with each piece. And to begin with, I'm going to be focusing on lymphatic drainage. So we're going to take this curve side, and we're going to do lymphatic drainage from the center of the forehead and down, and just this lovely combing stroke, combing move. And I don't like to do so many counts, but if you're going to do counting, then 3 is the magic number here. So I'm going to do that both sides. What I'm going to do going forward with this video is that I will do this tool on one side and I will do this tool on the other. So for that, we're going to use this curve and we're going to be stroking down, and we're draining lymph. So lymph can build up and pool in the face around the eyes, like under the eyes, and around this area in the cheeks and the jaw and underneath the jaw. We can pull. We've got lymphatic nodes in front and behind the ear and below the chin and the jawline of the mandible. So we're working to stroke down and drain all that lymph towards, they're called the thoracic ducts here, just at the root of the neck. So once we've done our draining, we can get focused with our draining and just draining underneath, and little pumps, just very light pumps under the eyes is nice. I'll just do 1 or 2 for the video, and then you can be getting on with several. So I would, do a few more than 3 here. You could certainly, do up to 7 to 10. And I would be encouraging you to do this as much as possible, really, if not daily, little daily routine. But when I'm working with the lymphatic system, I'm going really, really light. So here, this combing underneath the jaw, little sweep up and underneath the jaw, sweeping up and underneath the jaw. The reason why I've had my hand here is because sometimes I like to just support and hold. Certainly when we do the muscular work, I like to just support. And then with this side, with this curve underneath the eyes, a little pump, a little pump. Yep, a few of those or several of those. And sweeping down, across and down, under the jawline down. Another way you can use this stone, it's lovely, is to use this curve here. So we're going to use that to drain and drain above and below the jaw with the lymphatic glands here, the submandibular glands, the submental glands, and then drain. Okay, so that's all the lymphatic drainage work. With this stone, you can use this curve here. Nice, lovely. Up towards the preauricular nodes, and then flip your stone and just drain down. Okay, so the lymphatic drainage is great for reducing puffiness. We can also work to stimulate blood flow and stimulate chi flow. And so with stimulating blood and chi flow, I would be using a little bit more circular movements like this. And this is where I do just support just so that I can work through these marionette lines and the nasolabial lines, and here the risorius muscle, the cheek. I'm just sort of working in circles here. And then I can also do little flicks. Keep it quite light, nothing too dragging. If you're getting a wobble, then you really do need to support. So flick, flick, flick is good. Nice. And then you can also use this curve to contour around the cheekbone, contouring round, contouring round. So a combination of this move, the flicking, the circles, and the contouring on a daily basis is really excellent for this area. With this stone, we've got a little jagged area. You can work across the mouth. And then if we're sculpting, we can use this nice curved, or that curve. It's just really to play and see. If it feels a little bit tender, that's okay. You can just go over it lightly. That's the lymphatic node there. But here, circles, circles, or you could even use this curve here for circles, smaller, giving your, yeah, I'm just going to support my face, and then flicks. Just working into, with the jagged edge, you can do a little bit of cross fibre friction. This brings good blood and chi into the area. We want a lot of chi as well as blood. We want vitality. Chi is vitality and life force into the muscles and into the skin. So working again around the eyes, we're going to go under the eyes. So let me do this. This little point here is really clever. We're going to go under and under the eyelid. I'm sorry, not the eyelid, excuse me, the eyebrow. And then through the brow, under the eyebrow, and through the eyebrow. And then over the eyebrow as well. So with the eye, under, through, and over. And with this piece, we'll use this point here. We're going to go under the eyebrow, through the eyebrow, and over the top of the eyebrow, under, through, and on top. When we get to the forehead, you can use this jagged, serrated, jagged, what do we call it? Serrated, jagged, all around, just to do little movements. And then you can do lifting, rubbing. I like using this curve as well to just go up, this undulated movement here. I love this undulated movement, and up, and up, and up. Lovely. Right into the hairline. There's lots we can do with the Gua Sha. This is just a basic tutorial for you to get you started. But you can work on the body, on the neck, everywhere around your upper body is so good with the Gua Sha tool. For the forehead, we're going to use this piece. Nice. This nice undulation is really good. And of course, you can use this curve here just to work into the 11s. Nice. You can also work either side, just a little bit of rubbing here. It just stimulates chi and blood flow. So again, a separate video might be that I show you how to use acupoints and the acu wands, of which I've got a lot to show you in other videos. We've also, if you've selected spoons, there's some Bayan stone spoons, and there's also carnelian spoons. These we can work in different ways. Again, in all that I've shown you, but we can use them underneath, flicking, circling. But they're really nice. These are nice just for sort of circular movements, and because you can hold them. But they also have points on the end. So for points, we've got some great points. If you've bought either of these, you can use this as your point. This is your point. And if you've bought the spoon or lollipop Gua Sha, you can use this end. And just to begin with, I'm going to show you points like at the medial brow here. This is a great point. You can come underneath, just sort of through that. This brightens the eyes. And just under the eye here. So basically there's points all around the eye. If you were to just go round the eyebrow at the end and the middle and the medial, so 3 points, medial, middle, end. Similarly under, just come to the outside, middle, medial, and just working round. These are great points to open up and brighten the eye and lift the eye. There's another point here. This is called large intestine 20. This is good for any sort of sinus congestion, and you can work them both sides. There's a point here if you were to release your jaw. If you've got temporomandibular joint issues, you can work either with this spoon. This works nicely like that. That's really good. Here, all around the jaw, if you've got jaw tension, this is brilliant. And then you can do it with all these points. And if you clench your jaw at the highest point of the masseter of that muscle, you can just use a point, any side of your Gua Sha that's pointed, and press right in the middle here. That's stomach 6. Just great. You'll feel like a dull ache, and just holding it for as long as it feels right for you. And then you can just take the end and just soothe it out. Yeah, really good for releasing the jaw. And you can release the jaw with slow strokes along the masseter muscle. Slow strokes. It's very good for clenching or grinding, just really slow. Show you with this point as well, because it's such a good move if you have got a sore jaw or a clenched jaw. Very slow movements is more a myofascial release technique, so the spoons work really well as well. So let's move on to last part of the tutorial is these mushrooms. You can put any of these on ice. Just get a little mug of ice and put them on ice, and then just blot them so they don't drip cold water. And then you can bring them on around your eyes. I wouldn't come on, if you're doing facials, if you bought these for your facials, don't come on with the flats because it's too cold if you've got them on ice. So really, really nice to come round the eyes. Once they've thawed and they're not so cold, you can then work around the jaw, which equally is lovely if you're doing jaw work, to really release the jaw with cold. You don't have to have two. You could just buy one and then do one side at a time, but it is optimum to have a pair. And then you can just circle and round, good at the temples. And then coming forward, just switch your hold and you can roll these along your jaw. So please keep following me at the School of Fine Tuning on YouTube and also Instagram at the School of Fine Tuning, because I will have and do have lots of other tutorials of how to use your stones. But for now, thank you very, very much for your attention, and thank you for your purchase if you've taken one of my pieces. And I shall welcome you back and look forward to seeing you again. Thank you so much.